Welcome back to Driven Daily, and we're into day 3 of the CRX build now. The weekend is officially over, it's now Monday, and I'm officially into the first week vacation I've ever taken from any job, and it feels a little strange, I'm going to be honest. It's Monday and I'm not at work. I have no obligations but to finish up this car. So, to finish up this car, I need to get the suspension reassembled with new bushings all around. I need to get that back into the car. I need to finish repairing the subframe. I want to plate that. And then I've got to get the fuel and the interior both together. So, I guess I'm not going to waste any more time. Hopefully, on Wednesday, I'll be able to put the new engine in and start wiring that up for Thursday.
With everything out of the engine bay, I knew I had a little bit of time before I had to go back in there again. And I wanted to take this time to really seal up the engine so that it doesn't start to rust immediately. I want to give it plenty of time to cure before I have to do all the wiring, reinstall the suspension, and reinstall the engine as well. So I just threw 2 cans of Rattle Can at it and called it good.
Hi, my name is Ray. I work at Subaru Claremont. I also volunteer at some of the hill climbs. It's my day off, so I'm going to be building a fuel cell mounting bracket for Jesse.
The last real project of the day was getting the subframe repaired and ready to go back into the car. The metal had been fatigued, so I wanted to add a little bit of extra reinforcement to the damaged area. And I started off by just cleaning. Normally, I would just use my MIG welder for something like this, but a friend needed to borrow it, and I'm happy to help him out. So I ended up using the TIG welder, and TIG welding outside is generally frowned upon because you don't get as much shielding gas coverage when you're outside, especially when it's windy out like it was today. As a result, all of my welds were a bit porous and contaminated. I also had a couple of problems finding a good ground on this metal, which indicates that it's just not as solid as I'd really like. It'll be fine for this weekend, especially after I've reinforced it, but the long-term solution is to replace the subframe. I can't do that for this weekend, it simply wouldn't be here in time for me to reassemble everything. So this will do for now, but I already have a new subframe on its way to me, and I'll take care of the long-term solution after the race.
Okay, while we were pulling the front suspension apart, one of the bolts on the lower control arm broke, and most of the bolt is still stuck inside of the lower control arm. So I'm going to end up having to cut that out, get the lower control arm off, either drill out or somehow remove what's left of the bolt, and then start putting it all back together with new bushings. Oh, this is going to suck.
It's not that bad.
I've got to go through the bushing first, and that's going to be gross. Yep. There it is. You got it.
Hey, you did get the bolt.
We got most of the way through.
This one's tough.
Now it's just being annoying.
Yeah. I've won. Give up.
Ta-da!
Oh my god, that was so easy. Now that I've cut the arm out, I need to get these bushings out, both of these bushings, so that I can press in the new ones. And I don't have an arbor press, so I'm just gonna have to use a torch.
I am surprised at how well those bushings are holding up to that heat. That bolt's done. That rubber is absorbing all of the impact.
I have an idea.
So that's the end of day 3 in the CRX hill climb build. I'd like to leave on Thursday. Today's Monday, so I'm really cutting it down to the wire, but I'm making good progress. Today, I got the engine bay coated, I got the front subframe reinforced, and that's ready to go back in the car. I got all of the front suspension out and disassembled and dropped off at VIP. They're pressing out the old bushings and bearings and putting in the new ones. And I've got a fuel cell mounting bracket now. It requires some minor tweaking tomorrow morning, but that should be good enough to hold the fuel cell in place. Tomorrow, what I'd like to do is reassemble the front suspension, get the seat mount in, and hopefully prep the engine bay to receive the new engine. I'll have a little bit of wiring left over to do on Wednesday and reassemble all the body panels then, but I'm still on schedule to get on the hill and ready for racing on Thursday. So, like, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned. Thanks for watching.